ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहि तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहि। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सुखतः क्रियते रामाभोगः पश्चादहन्त शरीरे रोगः यद्यपि लोके मरणं शरणं तदपि न मुञ्चति पापाचरणं। भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते गोविन्दं भज मूढमते। As we have been discussing, that it is very difficult to grow out of one's own bad habit, because the person knows very well what is bad habit. And secondly, the person somehow is also comfortable with that habit. Because if you are not comfortable with that habit cannot be called as a habit either. Forget out that to continue. So that means if any habit is continuing or you are repeating, that means some type of comfort there, some type of comfort you have discovered or you have projected. Now, problem is not that you want to get rid of that habit, not that you want to grow out of that habit. Sometimes when you do not get comfort or there is some type of fear, sense of loss or fear of complication, that actually only pushes you to stop that habit. And how long? As long as this thought, the opposite, that it is not giving comfort or there is sense of loss, when these sort of thoughts are there, that long only you will think to get rid of that habit. But remember, this thought does not stand long, a few minutes, then after that you are back to the square. That is what happens. So that's why here is being said that people, why they are not able to, na muñchati, tadapi na muñchati pāpācharaṇam, even though everybody knows, yadyapi lōkē maraṇaṃ śaraṇaṃ. So only death is the only ultimate shelter. So everybody will lie down, don't worry. So either you lie down or sitting down, somehow you will pass away, okay? Don't worry. Whether you will pass out, lie down or sitting down or standing. How does it matter? Anyway, you will pass away. That is the ultimate, that is the truth. But in spite of knowing that, why we get into our way of living? And remember, because deep within we are not clear what exactly we are doing it. Because always there is some type of projection in me. And that projection becomes a reality for me. And when that projection is a reality in me, definitely I continue the way I was. So whenever you are continuing the way you were, and no change, no improvement, that means you are very much comfortable with your projection, and you have made all your projection as reality, means you assume that that is not projection, your reality. And unless and until you see that that is not reality but projection, please understand. But the problem is nobody looks at that way. They think it is a frustration, okay, not projection. So there is a difference between projection and frustration, okay. Sometimes you think as reality. Sometimes when that reality does not happen or painful, then you say, after all, it is a frustration. How long that frustration continues? That long only you will be tired of. Once that frustration settles down, calms down, then what happens? You are again back to the square with force. That's why he says, the ultimate projection is with reference to security. Let us read the next verse. Artham anartham bhavaya nityam bhaja govindam bhaja govindam. Artham anartham bhavaya nityam nasti tata sukhalesha satyam putradapi dhana bhajam bhiti sarvatresha vihitariti bhaja govindam govindam bhaja mudhamate govindam bhaja mudhamate. Says the first and basic projection is artha, the security. Always we consider the wealth can make me secure. The wealth can make me happy. Remember, money has a buying power. They say very nicely that money can buy houses but not home. Money can buy books but not knowledge. We have a lot of sayings about money that you know better. What is being highlighted here is, all of us we know, but when it comes to us, that's all. It's like somebody told me very nicely, Swamiji, all these things are fantastic. Unless and until you face this problem. I said, what does it mean? Yeah, you don't understand. You are moving, you don't understand. When we are especially traveling with our family, suddenly we discover there is no money. And imagine what a difficulty. Because for you, no problem, you can lie down wherever you want. If not today, tomorrow you will start. So for you makes no difference. Nobody is waiting for you. I said, tell me, for you, who is waiting? You think your wife is, because that happens to man, okay? I said, you think your wife will be waiting for you? Definitely not, okay? Your children, absolutely not. But you assume, yes, my wife, my children, my parents, my friends, everybody is waiting. Please, never, never, never. That is a beautiful story, okay? This is related to this Muslim story. One man passed away. Then after the passing away, so they had to put, body. And this lady who, like wife of a deceased person, was panning the dead place, like where they have put the mud and all these things. So she was panning. So everybody was shocked. Wow, what a devotion. Must be missing him. Say, look, even though the person is dead, now still she is serving with so much devotion, continuously, constantly fanning. So one person went and asked, what is this? Really, you must love him so much that even if he is not there, still you remember and you are fanning. And why? After all, he has left. Why you are fanning? No, I am fanning for a purpose. Now, what is that purpose? Because there is a saying, unless and until this cover, means this place is dried completely, the soil is completely dried, I cannot marry another man, okay? That's why I'm fanning constantly, so quickly, so that let it dry fast, so that I can run away with somebody, okay? It may appear as a silly thing, but there are cases. So here he says, may you understand that the wealth does not give you security. And constantly you need to dwell upon. Wealth has its own beauty. It has got buying capacity. It has got, it will definitely buy all sort of comfort. Everything is great, but it is not going to give you happiness. Because if you miss this sight of this concept, that wealth will make you happy if you think, or wealth is the security, that's all. Then you will get dragged more and more. That's why it's artham, anartham, bhavaya nityam. Constantly dwell upon this. So once you dwell upon this, then why he says, nasti tata sukhalesa satyam. Really, in that there is not a single iota of happiness. If little bit happiness is there, then I can understand. So he says, look, about wealth, with reference to anybody and anything. If you are happy with reference to somebody, it is you who is the cause. If you are unhappy, it is you who are the cause. Whether it is wealth, person or anything makes no difference. Then interestingly says, putradapi dhana bhajam bhitti. In fact, this is the interesting thing happens. Dhana bhajam api putrat bhitihi. If you have more wealth, I don't know whether you will be afraid of others or not. Definitely you will be afraid of your child, your progeny. Do you know, they will be calculating when this fellow is going to die. If he is not dying, let us make him die quickly, make her die quickly, so that we can enjoy our life. I am not telling you jokes, this is the truth. Have you not observed? Just look at yourself honestly, okay? Don't answer me, okay? In your teenage time especially, you want some money. You wanted some money from your parents. And they were having, not that they don't have, is a different thing altogether. They are having, and they give money whenever they want. But when you want, not a single pie comes, okay? And that 200 questions. Appa, what do you think? When these fellows are going to die so that I can get everything back? Every time I have to ask 100 things. When I don't want, they give. It is then when I become their toy. But when I want genuinely something, they don't understand me. Coming back. Says that even if what you call as your progeny, also the person who has got more money afraid of them. The reason is why you can see. You can see in the house, when there is no money, it seems, okay, between family member, there is some love and cooperation, mutual understanding. They talk to each other. But when there is money, they don't talk to each other. I remember, because I have come across different type of funny families in my life, okay. So one family I cannot forget. Husband will never talk to wife. Of course, wife will never talk to husband. Huge house. From this end to that end to this end, I do not know how many rooms are there. But there is a place, okay? Dining table, because anyway everybody will come to dining table. And interestingly, I noticed also, they never come together, they never sit together for dining also. Separately. So husband what will do? Write a cheat on the table. Then the answer wife will read, okay, answer again wife will put back over there. It was really amused. I was amused, okay? And interestingly, the worst part was, both of them were having dogs, okay? So husband was having his own dog, wife was having her own dogs, dogs. Mamma mia. And I was there for some time. For me, was caught in between, okay? Coming back here. See, if you observe people, more money they have, their mind is more occupied. That's the point to highlight. We need money for our growth, for our survival, for many things. But If money becomes everything, we said no, dhana sarvasva. If the life becomes only money oriented, then we lose the sight of ourselves. That is what is being highlighted here. Then what happens? Please remember, you need to see the limitations of it. And if this is the case, the wealth always brings or creates relationship. Also, the wealth destroys the relationship. Because through wealth you can do anything and everything. It's not the mistake of wealth, remember. It is your mistake who do not know how to look at, how to use wealth. So that's why what you need to do, may you see the limitation of wealth. Let us read the next verse. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Pranayamam Pratyaharam, Nitya Nitya Viveka Vicharam, Japya Sameta Samadhi Vidhanam, Kuruvavadhanam Mahadavadhanam, Kuruvavadhanam Mahadavadhanam. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Okay, fantastic. But it's not that easy to see the limitations of it. Because, Swamiji, you are fantastic. All these things you told. As long as you are in Himalayas, that is applicable for you. You just come down. We will see how you will survive. You are enjoying staying in one place. I am just trying to tell you, share you the truth, okay? The moment you come down, you understand the hell, what difficulties. Because in city, to breathe air, you have to pay for it. Because in Himalayas, to get fresh air everywhere is a fresh air. Because unfortunately or fortunately, it was, I remember, in our childhood it was there, after that got spoiled. Air, water, fire, and of course soil, all the 5 elements except space. Space, okay, it is. All 4 elements, let us say, were free. Nowadays, is there anything called free? Now air is no more free. You have to carry a can. I remember in the beginning stages, when I saw, first time I saw in one of the meeting, somebody carried a water bottle, drinking water bottle. I was shocked. I said, what is it called? Is he crazy or what? Because those days for us, water bottle means, because I am just talking about, those days, only this Pepsi and this thing was bottled one. Nothing was available bottled, okay? No liquid was available. Of course, those who go for other things, that is different thing altogether, okay? That I cannot talk. There is no water bottle. There is no need of water bottle. One can drink any water, anywhere. All water was pure. Now what happens? You cannot. So that's why you can say, Swamiji, all these things are fantastic as long as you are in Himalayas. But when you come down, you see all the complications, you understand better. Then how to see the limitations of this artham, anartham, anitya bhava nityam? Don't you think that I will degrade myself? Don't you think that I will destroy myself? Don't you think that I will really devastate my life? Who says, no, not necessarily. But don't worry. If you are not able to see that, you need to pick up certain values, certain sadhanas. So a series of sadhanas being highlighted again here, given by another disciple. Says, first he says, pranayamam. If you are not able to see the limitations of anything or anybody, then spend time doing pranayama. Pranayama is a unique sadhana which has got double benefits. Because different type of sadhana has got one benefit. For some sadhanas, it only benefits the physical body. Some sadhana only benefits subtle body, or you can say mind. Whereas pranayama benefits both gross body and subtle body. So through pranayama, one can take care of both. In fact, pranayama takes care of many things in life. So that's why what you need to do pranayama. Because through pranayama, you start learning to dissociate yourself from your emotion. The moment you start doing pranayama, the direct impact of pranayama or immediate impact of pranayama is you start seeing the distance between you and your emotion. That is the best thing happens then and there, remember. And of course, it is not only you do pranayama, because a lot of things you know better, okay? Then we need to do pratyahara. So pratyahara means what? Learning to withdraw the senses, the sense organs, from their respective sense objects. Mind goes crazy to see, let me see. That time choose, no, let me close my eyes. Nothing is going to happen. World is not going to collapse.